When a man acts strong just to show presence, that is not power. That is performance, And this kind of man will always speak louder when he feels unseen. They will always dominate conversations so that they can feel respected. They will try to control instead of leading. They'll try to intimidate instead of inspiring. But beneath that strength, most of the time is just deep insecurity. The fear that without dominance, you won't be valued. This is not masculinity. This is just ego in costume. And most of us have been there. We've managed to merge masculinity to equate masculinity to ego. Masculinity is not noise. It's nervous system regulation. True masculinity is not about being the loudest man in the room. It's about being the most anchored. A healed masculine man doesn't need to prove his strength. His presence, peke, that is proof. He doesn't lead with fear. He leads with vision, with clarity and calm energy. And in his calm, that's where now people feel safe. If people feel safe. In his calm, people feel the stillness. People feel held. In his boundaries, people feel trusted. Leadership is gentle because it is rooted in groundness. It is not about flexing power. It's about being a safe container. A true masculine leader doesn't command respect. He earns it through consistency. He doesn't shout over people. He listens to them first, He doesn't react from ego. He chooses from awareness. He doesn't demand submission. He invites trust. Masculinity is not dominance. It's discernment. Not hardness, but honorable stillness. And performed strength is very dangerous, especially in relationships. A man who performs strength instead of embodying it, they can't hold emotional space. They will avoid it or even belittle it. They will turn every challenge into test of manhood. Response to vulnerability with discomfort or even shame. They'll feel threatened by softness in themselves and in others. This creates relationships built on fear, on silence, and even emotional suppression. Not trust, not depth, or even real connection. A calm man is not a weak man. A calm man is a man who has nothing to prove and everything to hold. He doesn't overpower. He grounds. He doesn't control. He aligns. And that's the man you can build something with. Not the one who flexes to hide his fractures, but the one who leads gently because he's already done the inner work. My people, heal. Heal.